More moves are incoming for the Los Angeles Lakers as following what was an absolute robbery of a signing by Rob Pelinka by signing Marcus Smart. New reports have dropped revealing that more moves are incoming. But not only that, Rob Pelinka is up to something even bigger. We're going to break down these brand new reports and discuss what this means going forward, folks. You're going to want to stay tuned until the end of the video. But before we get into it all, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, you guys have been absolute beasts with the support. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys again for your continued support over here. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers and the big goal of 30,000 subscribers. Folks, let's dive right into it. There's a lot to go over today. Now, in case you missed it, quickly going to run over a couple things here. Marcus Smart, of course, signed with the Lakers, a 2-year deal after getting bought out. Feel free to check the video we made, Hunter and myself, earlier today once you watch this one in its entirety. But folks, following this big report and of course the signing of Marcus Smart, new reports have dropped, multiple different reports. Stay tuned here, revealing that more moves are coming. And let's start with this here. To sign Smart, the Lakers will need to waive Shake Milton and also free up some extra money. More moves coming for LA. So there's a bunch of different avenues to go about this here now, because more moves are absolutely coming for the Los Angeles Lakers. And in order to actually sign him, the Lakers are going to need to waive Shake Milton. The deadline is tomorrow, but something bigger is brewing than just a Shake Milton wave. And we'll dive into that in this video as well. But more moves are absolutely coming. You can see it here from Brett Siegel. But not only that, we have some more things here, of course, from Keith Smith, kind of diving into the specifics, specifically regarding the Marcus Smart signing, saying looks like the biannual exception was used for Marcus Smart, like we discussed in our video earlier today. The Lakers will have to clear some room under their first apron hard cap to make it happen. Waiving Milton will clear 3, but another move will have to come to ultimately clear enough room to sign Smart. And folks, I think something bigger is brewing here with Rob Pelinka. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be a blockbuster trade or anything like that, at least right now, to clear up the spot for Marcus Smart. But clearly, Rob Pelinka is moving in silence now, and things are looking very, very good, because you have Anthony Irwin as well coming out and saying that he's told the Lakers are working on some kind of consolation trade before tomorrow's deadline with Milton. Ideally, they trim down the roster and avoid needing to waive Goodwin. But there is a scenario here where Goodwin needs to go as well. So tomorrow is going to be an absolutely crazy day, right? That's for sure. And there's a world where Shake Milton's gone. There's a world where Jordan Goodwin are gone. And of course, we'll keep you up to date the moment the news drops. But I think as well that this opens up, and we'll dive into some more reports here, a perfect opportunity for Andrew Wiggins and a trade there. You can see this here. Tweets are starting to fly. Rumors are starting to fly, and some new reports as well. You can see here, the Lakers are Andrew Wiggins away from being title favorites. We've seen what Wiggins did next to Curry. Now imagine him next to LeBron, Luka, and Reaves. And this has sparked a ton of conversation. And this tweet from Dom in particular really blew up. Push for that Wiggins trade. Then make Reaves fully embrace the Ginobili role. Luka, Smart, Wiggins, Braun, Ayton with Reaves as your sixth man. And this has sparked a lot of conversations. And we'll have more videos covering it tomorrow. Of course, once Shake Milton presumptively gets waived, and then maybe, depending what happens with Jordan Goodwin, we can start talking about the next move for this team, because there was a lot of reports that they're probably going to hold on to Andrew Wiggins, all these different things. I think things have taken a pretty big turn now, because it's at the point where the Lakers clearly are moving in silence for one. They managed to acquire and almost be gifted to a degree a lot of extremely valuable players. And of course, this specific chart has not included the Marcus Smart signing, but they can afford to maybe even do what Dom says here and make a trade for Andrew Wiggins. I mean, a Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, Andrew Wiggins, Braun, and Ayton. That is a very well-rounded lineup. You have two very good defenders in Marcus Smart and Andrew Wiggins. You have Luka Doncic, Braun, and of course Ayton. And having Austin Reaves as your sixth man, is that something that Reaves would be happy with? I'm sure he just wants to win, but coming off of a fantastic year where he increases points per game by 5, getting 20 points a game, that's an interesting role. But I think if this team wants to win, a semblance, starting lineup similar to this is what they need to do, because this gives you Andrew Wiggins off of the bench, or Austin Reaves, off of the bench, which helps provide some severe perimeter defense help on the, in the starting lineup. And of course, Marcus Smart's going to help that a lot. But you look at Andrew Wiggins' stats here, 4 rebounds a game, 19 points. And we know, like the tweet has said, what Wiggins did with Curry. He can be an elite on-ball defender. He can create his own shot, very good slasher. It just fits a lot better. And for a starting lineup that we've been talking all, offseason long about, has clear holes as a point of attack defender. You have Marcus Smart, so that's good, right? He's now your point of attack defender. You still kind of need one more guy, and you're not going to get the Anthony Melton. You're not going to get any of those guys. All the free agents are not going to happen. But the Lakers have managed, like you can see here, to really do a lot of things. Now, of course, their goals, furthermore, Luka extension, all these different things, right? They managed to get DeAndre Ayton without giving up assets. Marcus Smart without giving up assets. Jackson Hayes without giving up assets, Jake LaRavia without giving up assets. Of course, you're not going to give up assets for free agents, but the point is, the big storyline heading into this offseason was the Lakers are going to have to give up their first-round pick, Dalton, Knecht, and more for a center. They got gifted a center in DeAndre Ayton without having to give up those picks. You also, of course, signed Jake LaRavia, who's a very good, solid bench player. You can now push and be very aggressive, pushing your chips into the table here for a trade similar to Andrew Wiggins. And it doesn't have to be Andrew Wiggins. If Herb Jones becomes available, go all in for him. Get another wing defender and then move Austin Reaves to the bench. I think that would be an interesting play. Now, I'm not saying you even have to move Reaves to the bench in this scenario. You can maybe, move some other guys to the bench. And of course, in this trade, you would presumably be, putting Rui Hachimura in the, in the trade to make salaries work and things like that and for value. I think you go all in now. I'm very sold on this team, quite frankly. I really, really like this addition of Marcus Smart. I've been talking about it on the channel a lot. I think Marcus Smart is a needle mover for specifically what this team needs. Yes, he's at the tail end of his career. Not the tail end of his career at all. He's not on the tail end of his career, but he's, maybe on the tail end of his prime. He's 30, going to be turning 31 years old. But he has the ability to really raise the ceiling for this team. Now, we know the biannual exception was moved. What happens tomorrow is going to be big. Of course, with Shake Milton, you have the ability to waive him. That's almost surely going to happen, right? I mean, we can assume that. Then what happens with Jordan Goodwin? That's obviously up in the air. Will Jordan Goodwin remain a Laker? It depends on what they do tomorrow. And we know, a trade is in the works. I don't think this is going to be the Wiggins trade, right? I don't think we're going to see a big trade happen tomorrow surrounding, we might, but surrounding like another wing. But I think they're going to slowly move in silence, continue to gather those assets, get this signing, finalized, get under the first apron. But beyond that, I think a bigger move is coming here because you now see a direct path to being competitive in the Western Conference. If Luka, Smart, and then even with Rui, Braun, and Ayton, and Austin Reaves off the bench, whatever it ends up being, right? I think as the team is currently constructed, they are significantly better than last year. I just think it's clear cut now. What I honestly thought it was clear cut before. I'm super high on Ayton, and I'm super high on Jake LaRavia. But regardless of that, Marcus Smart's going to help a ton. You add one more piece now, you immediately have 2 point of attack defenders, which we've seen most successful teams have in their starting lineup. You have a capable, Luka, Braun, Ayton, trio there. The team would be perfect. And I think having even if you throw Reaves back in the lineup, it would make a ton of sense. And I'm all in here. And I think this signing is the beginning of something even bigger. I think they clearly have a direction now. And I'm happy with the way that things have gone here with Rob Pelinka. But what we do know for sure is more moves are coming tomorrow. It's going to be official. And we're going to keep you up to date every single step of the way. You're going to want to make sure to hit that subscribe button because, folks, things are about to get crazier. And I think of, Andrew Wiggins or a player similar to that. We've heard reports that the Heat are trying to keep Wiggins. I think now if the Lakers call back and say, here, we'll even offer you that extra second-round pick or whatever it ended up being that was missing, go all in, make it happen. And this could be a very, very big year. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.